can't get over his throne. That is a lovely looking throne.
He has a name. I can't remember he has one. The boom, everyone the boom around. The beyo. Many are we budi. You ne ya gwe ali obaze. My son ya gwe ali obaze o. No market. No need pena. With that Nirune or Carioba. No. A bang. The money I make an Nirune, the making our money, Sayo. So when I have so I yet don't go. I have one in there. Why, but no, Rima, no, Nerima, why, no, time, no, Maho. I don't know. For the benefit of those that don't understand our language, I have a written statement in English, which have mandated the Iyase of Benin Kingdom to read out on my behalf. That don't understand Benin and in diaspora everywhere. So there's a short statement, but I've explained a whole lot to my people now. I think I can go and sleep well because I've left the matter in everybody's hands. So we are not what you say.
About okay. I got to say.
Well, I will say, oh, I will say.
I got to anyway, what I've been on your bonomogu, who yet do we?
No, not yet. One for the press.
Oba Tokwe. Egba tu yo bani ho. Wa tota.
When the press you do that way.
Gentlemen of the press. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Iyase have been mandated to read the statement from His Royal Majesty. This at the meeting of His Royal Majesty Ewuare II, Oba of Benin, with palace chiefs and Enigie on the repatriation of the looted Benin artifacts. In the name of God and our ancestors, I welcome you all and thank you all for honoring the invitation. I have called this meeting today to intimate you of the matter of the Benin artifacts in Europe at the verge of being repatriated, which I am sure you have heard and read about in recent weeks. You may also have heard about the recent activities of a group of individuals who incorporated a company since January 2020 called Legacy Restoration Trust Limited. It has become germane to note that the advocacy and demands for the return of the artifacts looted from the Benin Kingdom in 1897 have been going on for decades before the emergence of the incumbent governor of Edo State, Mr. Obaseki. I must sincerely thank the governor for joining the struggle and showing commitment to retrieve our stolen cultural heritage from Europe. While anticipating the return of the looted artifacts from Europe, I want to note that attempts to divert the destination of the right of custody of the artifacts is not in the interest of the Benin Kingdom, to whom the palace of the Oba of Benin provides leadership. The looted artifacts awaiting repatriation from Europe are the cultural heritage of the Benin Kingdom created by our ancestors and forefathers within the traditional norms and rights of the kingdom. They are not property of the state government or any private corporation entity that is not a creation of the Benin Kingdom. The right and only legitimate destination of the artifacts to be repatriated, as already pronounced by my father, is under the aegis of the Benin Royal Museum that will be sited within the precincts of the palace of the Oba of Benin, from where they were stolen. And also the property, and also the proper traditional institution that is also the custodian of all cultural heritage of the Benin Kingdom. The palace, therefore, strongly advises that anyone, group, organization, or the government, national and international, that is dealing with any organization or artificial group in the process of returning the looted artifacts from Benin will be doing so at their own risk against the will of the people of Benin Kingdom. There is no alternative native or authority or custodian of the cultural heritage of Benin Kingdom outside the Oba of Benin, as constituted by the Royal Palace. I do not believe that the motive by a privately registered company, the Legacy Restoration Trust Limited, and the purported establishment of a new museum of West African arts, Ewuare, are in consonance with the wishes of the people of Benin Kingdom. It is pertinent to note that shortly after my accession to the throne, I had several discussions with the governor on the plan of the Benin Royal Museum, and he expressed his readiness to work with the palace to actualize this laudable wish of my father. I made efforts and acquired additional plots of land from different families within the Adesobe area near the present-day palace for this purpose. I was, however, surprised to read from the governor's letter to the palace, where reference was made to the fact that a new museum to be known as Ewuare is now being proposed, which will be funded and executed through the vehicle of another body now referred to as Legacy Restoration Trust. When Governor Godwin Obaseki informed me in the correspondence of another implementation framework using the so-called Legacy Restoration Trust and the Edo Museum of West African Arts, Ewuare, my response was that the setting up of another organization or legal entity in whatever form or guise will not be necessary nor acceptable. I informed him that that Oba II Foundation has been registered with the CAC and has worked out a framework for not only receiving the artifacts, but also building a modern structure, the Benin Royal Museum, within the precincts of the palace. And that land has been secured for the building of the Benin Royal Museum under the supervision of the traditional institution. But for reasons best known to him, the governor has gone against the understanding given recent events. As a matter of fact, the people of Benin Kingdom and other stakeholders, especially the Benin Dialogue Group, has at different meetings endorsed the Benin Royal Museum to be built within the palace, as well as endorsing the Oba the second foundation for fundraising and other requisite administrative processes. We wish to use this museum. We wish to use this medium to call on the federal government to take custody of these artifacts on behalf of the palace until the Benin Royal Museum is ready for their collection. Under no circumstances should custody of our age-old artifacts be handed to any privately contrived entity like the Legacy Restoration Trust. Thankfully, just yesterday I spoke with the Honorable Minister for Information and Culture, who presently in Germany over the negotiation with the German government over the plans for the repatriation of our artifacts. He assured me that the federal government remain committed to get the unconditional return of our artifacts and will guarantee its full custody for their onward transmission to Benin Kingdom, to the exclusion of any unauthorized private entities or third parties. We once again thank the federal government for this commitment. It now behoves the federal government to be the only level of government that can take custody of the artifacts with a view to transferring them to their original owner and their original place of abode. More so that there exists external treaties and laws guiding these processes. The Palace of the Oba of Benin wishes to advise His Excellency Mr. Godwin Obaseki, Governor of Edo State, to review his approach of using private vehicle of Legacy Trust Limited and the Edo Museum of West African Art, Ewuare, and to see how he can genuinely collaborate with the Oba Palace in accordance with our original understanding. We thank the German government for their interest and willingness to return the Benin artifacts. We pray to God and our ancestors for a fruitful resolution of this issue. Thank you.
Oba of Benin. Oba of Benin. Oba of Benin. Agwatu yase. Agwatu ni wa agwatu yoba. Awoka we nigi awigu heya fefe na ginati awoka we nuya agwatu wa ya. No iso egbe baba na nya. Alright. Enabled a one-on-one interview with the Oba of Benin, which is very rare. And that Basayon Babana. So, I had a phone senior, the Arise TV, and other crew, members of the crew, and Rwanda, of the media houses here. Now get one-on-one interview with the Oba of the Great Benin Kingdom. Ike Kiwani will not heke Oba of Benin. Yes, please let's proceed.
Truly, he spoke.
we not give one away. Is there not carrying the whole idea? I can not marry baby. And not a away. I will swim on Oroto. Nakaboya, who I say, Nakaboya, Kinuwa, Opa Nawe, Nana Gonuwa, require. I will now live on going away. If I want to have a Euroto, Kati Naya.
I can't get over his throne. That is a lovely throne.
You know, he has a name, I can't go here. I want the boom, everyone the boom around the Ewuare many hours, Ibudi, you never go at your bazi, my son, you are going at your bazio, no market, no need pena. And I would have Nirune or Carioba. No, a bang man. The one in my making our Nirune, the making our money, Sayo. So when I wear off one. So, I don't go. I have one in there. Why, but no, Rima, no, Nerima, why, no, time, no, Maho. I don't know. For the benefit of those that don't understand our language, I have a written statement in English, which have mandated the Ewuare of Benin Kingdom to read out on my behalf. I don't understand Benin and in diaspora everywhere. So there's a short statement, but I've explained a whole lot to my people now. I think I can go and sleep well because I've left the matter in everybody's hands. So we are not what you answer now.
About okay, I got to answer.
Well, I will say, I will say.
I got to anyway, what I'm back when I knew Bonomogu, we had to be.